My innocence was killed, my childhood was taken, and my voice was silenced. And I lived in that silence.
26-year-old Erin Marin says starting when she was 6, she was sexually abused by a neighbor, then at 11 by an older cousin.
Brings me back to remembering being 6 years old being abused. Now I've got somebody I love and trust, a family member, abusing me.
Marin didn't tell anyone until she was 13, and she suspected her sister was also being abused. She says she learned in school not to take candy from strangers and to stay away from drugs and alcohol, but nothing about things like inappropriate touching or secrets. Now she's working to get a law passed to require child sexual abuse education.
What I was failed in my childhood, I want to make sure other kids aren't failed.
Tuesday in Syracuse, Marin joined Senators David Valesky and Jeff Klein, who are planning to introduce Erin Marin's law.
If we're really going to protect our young people and make sure they're not victims of abuse, we need education.
We as legislators have to do everything we can to protect our most precious resource, the children of Central New York and New York State.
The education would start as early as preschool and be age appropriate. Advocates from agencies like McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Site and Vera House say they work with victims as young as 6.
I think it's important that we get to the younger kindergarten through second graders so that they can understand what self-esteem is about, to also understand who are the safe adults to go to.
Legislation that requires all schools to give this information to children helps us to create a safer society for those who need us most.
Valesky and Klein are sponsoring Erin Marin's law as members of the Senate's Independent Democratic Caucus, which does not have a counterpart in the Assembly. But the senators say they expect broad support.
This is not a partisan issue. This is an issue for anyone who cares about kids and children and wanting to do the right thing.
Valesky and Klein say they're planning to introduce Erin Marin's law when the Senate convenes in January. If passed, they're hoping to have the curricula in the schools next fall. In the newsroom, Kat DiMaria, YNN.